What's up, Toshi gang? So yeah, heavy volatility in the crypto market. Coins are nuking right and left. We're talking about top 10 coins. We're talking about large cap memes, medium cap memes. We're talking about low caps as well. It is very, very volatile. Now, there is a specific reason that caused the market to tank late last night. Sunday, I'm going to get into that in a second. But first, let's check out the Bitcoin chart just so I can show you how volatile this coin has been in the last day. It was only 18 hours ago. We were at 111 pretty much, looking pretty good going into the week. And then over the next few hours, it nuked all the way down to 107. It hung there overnight. Then this morning, it just randomly wicked down to 105. Even then, we pulled back up here. We're at about 107, 107.5 in the last half hour. But this is like real volatility. And all the top large cap meme coins are getting slaughtered. Here's just a collection of some of them. Pepe down 10%, SPX 6900 down 10% of the day. Toshi is down 13%, right about 250 million. Still ahead of Brett, which is down 11% of the day to 232 million. Aster, not really a meme coin, but I look at it to gauge the sentiment of BNB. Not too good. It is down 20%. Even MOG is down 9%. So MOG's a little bit disheartening because you might remember on Friday, MOG had a huge pump when some random guy dressed in a MOG costume went on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, and CNBC picked it up and showed him on TV all around the US, and it pumped massively, up 60% on Friday from 150 million approximately to about 240 million. But look, it has given up pretty much all of those gains and then some, which is disheartening because MOG is a blue chip meme. So if it had held some of those gains, that would show a warming up to the meme coin market. People are getting stimulated again. Traders are ready to ape in, but that's just not what we're seeing. Now, just a quick update from this YouTube channel sponsor, which you should know by now is BTCC Exchange, fully available in the USA and pretty much everywhere else, and no VPN or KYC is needed. So their Halloween trading campaign is over. Since Halloween is done, they are kicking off what's called a Black Friday trading competition. It starts November 10th in about a week, and it runs through Black Friday, which is after Thanksgiving in late November here in the USA. So it'll be about 2.5 weeks. I will give you the details of that within the coming days, so stay tuned. They also have what's called a Hot Coins Trading Week competition going on right now. The way it works is there's a $50,000 prize pool. There's about 6 days left. If you trade any of these 6 futures pairs on BTCC up to a certain volume threshold, then you get between $5 reward and $100 USDT reward. If you want to check out this Hot Coins trading campaign, or just create an account in BTCC and get up to $10,000 in bonuses, use these links at the top of the description area. So now back to Toshi. So what caused the market to nuke last night into this morning? Because I mentioned that it is something very specific, and it ties in with this guy here, James Wynn. You might be familiar with him. He's got about 500,000 crypto Twitter followers. He is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe even a crypto billionaire. He's known as an expert futures trader, and he sort of makes these wild market predictions. Sometimes he's right, sometimes he's not right, but overall he is viewed as a knowledgeable sort of person on the markets in terms of macro directions that crypto is going to take. He put up a bunch of really bearish tweets last night, basically saying, I believe this is going to be one of the worst weeks we've seen in stocks and crypto for a long time. He's comparing it to an October 1987 market crash, a September 1929 market crash. He's saying it is going to be bloody. He believes that the SPX 500 has topped. So that's at an all-time high. All those companies whose stocks are at all-time highs, like NVIDIA, etc., he thinks that they've topped. It's going to start to go down. He also says that the tariff wars with Venezuela and China, he believes that they're going to escalate much, much further. He believes the government shutdown is going to continue to loom much, much longer. He sees the gold price surging in recent weeks as a warning sign. And he just says that there's a lot of sort of global escalation beneath the surface with Trump that we're hearing about a little, but it's worse than expected. So, people listen to this guy. And when he did this, he put up his tweet right about here or so when we were at 109 at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and boom, we went 109 all the way down to 105, even below 105 looks like we did. And also there's a big cryptocurrency conference going on in the USA this week. It's called Blockchain Futurist or Futurist Florida. It's near Fort Lauderdale. I am going to this one. If you're going to be there, send me a message, send me a DM. Let's definitely meet up. I'm excited. I've been to their Toronto events. This is the first time Futurist has done a Miami event, and it's kind of turned into the third biggest North American conference after Bitcoin Vegas and Consensus, which last year was in Toronto, the year before it was in Austin, Texas. So big USA conferences, they kind of make the markets nervous, a little jittery, especially when it's a big party conference at this luxurious hotel in South Florida. So I think, yeah, we'll probably dip a little bit more in the next coming days. But then after this conference is over, people get home, they make use of the connections that they made at the conference, they invest in new projects, and then old projects are brought to life. Then I think you're going to slowly start rising. But this week, I can see where the jitters are coming from. Now, as for Toshi on crypto Twitter, well, the big blue cat is mostly unfazed by the volatility. As you can see here, he is hanging out with a bunch of ladies, partying actually. Yeah, digging it. Red or green, the big blue cat knows how to party and celebrate in style. I don't really know what he's celebrating right now, but I love the video from Toshi Whale. And then from the official Toshi Twitter page, along those lines, another community member, Toshi Mate, he actually just created his own song called Spiritually Pure about Toshi.
Gratitude, truly grateful work. Another way to say it is to get in touch with the emotion that they would feel if their reality happened before it happened. And if they could sustain that state in a state of gratitude, there's
breaking through, we don't know nothing about no rules. Started from the bottom, now it's bottles on the moon. We really here, bro.
Pretty cool, right? And then the word Toshi is mentioned multiple times through that song. Here is the big blue cat doing some trick-or-treating on Friday night. Here he is at the poker table at Neverfold, and he knows that although we are bullish in the long run, there are going to be some poker-like fluctuations in the short term, which are difficult to stomach, but that is crypto. And then what else do we have here? It looks like Toshi Whale. This is the guy who made the movie that I showed you a minute ago. He just aped $5,000. He bought the dip worth of Toshi. He did this because he put up a tweet the other day saying if it gets a certain number of likes, like 100, I will buy 5K. And here he is, a man of his word, 5K total in 10 $500 clips. That is commitment and just a good savvy buy in the dip trade, frankly. The guy knows what he's doing. Plan V, this guy is also completely unbothered. He knows what he's holding, and he knows Toshi is capable of at least 2x in a single day without any news. It is a pretty volatile coin on the downside, but also on the upside. We could shoot up to $400 million in like a 48-hour period. If you're stressed, relax, and remember your conviction. Tricky, he's saying he's been in Toshi since day one. About 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, seeing the highest of highs, lowest of lows, unfazed by market movements. He knows what Toshi will do, and everyone will be rewarded. Stay based. Keep clicking. Well said. Well said. Fuck the bearers. I'm not selling my Toshi. Crypto BUASA. Great. He's a loyal community member. And then Coco put up some tweets saying it's cool to see the conversations that we're having that will help Toshi transform from Web 3 to Web 2 as well. Building a brand is awesome. So no one really knows what that means. It looks like maybe some sort of partnership or partnerships with Web 2 companies. That's like, could be just like a regular tech company, or it just could be a brand that's Web 2 that isn't even into Web 3 whatsoever. There was that Coca-Cola rumored partnership from a while ago. That's it, guys. Toshi Gang, say hi down below. Hit the thumbs up. I'll be back later in the video. Ben signing out. Catch you later.